Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist saying we need more plus-size models. We're also going to be taking a look at several bonus clips, including one where somebody says Halloween costumes on Amazon are fatphobic, so be sure to stick around until the end. Also, please be sure to check out a video I released over the weekend about Jaden Smith giving one of the most bizarre interviews that I've ever seen. Here's a link. Also, please be sure to follow me on X, Facebook, and Instagram, all of which are linked below. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Now, some of y'all are in for a rude awakening. And I don't wish this upon you, but I just saw the nastiest post about how Victoria's Secret, the fashion show, shouldn't have fat people, and it had almost 1 million likes. All the comments were girls agreeing. I want to say I hope that it's maybe middle school or high school age girls that are saying nasty stuff like that.
Okay, so it seems like the average person, largely, pun intended, doesn't agree with plus-size modeling.
But I'm just going to let you know, a lot of you are in for a rude awakening. Several of the girls that were bone thin in high school and middle school, elementary school, as a lot of people are, as a lot of kids are, that bullied me, as soon as they graduated and developed more and had kids, what have you, a lot of them put on a lot of weight.
Okay. That is hilarious. Ha ha ha, get dunked on, you former bullies. But what does that have to do with plus-size models?
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I can tell, they stopped posting so many photos, and I just know they're struggling. And I hate that for them, but...
Okay, it doesn't seem like you hate it at all. It seems like you're reveling in this fact that the people that used to make fun of you have now gained weight. I don't blame you for laughing at that if this really happened. A big part of me thinks that none of this happened. I'm sorry, people lie a lot, bro. They just really do. They lie more often than they don't. That's why I literally don't believe a goddamn thing that anybody says.
You're in for a rude awakening. I just don't understand. Are y'all okay?
You are in for a rude awakening. Implying that all the people that are making fun of plus-size models now are going to gain weight like all the people that made fun of you before. You're saying this like weight gain is inevitable.
I don't know what this whole resurgence of fatphobia and thinspo is on the internet, but it's really scary. It's giving early 2000s. I'm not a fan. And I know y'all are going to say, of course you would say that, you're a fat woman. A lot of y'all will never be on Ashley Graham's level, okay? Even at her plus size, because she's really average looking, not average looking, but an average body size and weight to me.
Okay, I know who Ashley Graham is because when I first watched this video yesterday, I went and looked her up, of course. Here's a picture of her. She is saying that this is the average body type these days. For the most part, she's probably right.
Not average looking, but an average body size and weight to me. She is one of the sexiest women alive. A lot of you can't accept the fact that just because you don't find someone attractive or sexy, that doesn't mean that nobody does.
A lot of you can't accept the fact that everybody doesn't have to be into you.
I have been in a loving relationship for a long time now. When I was single, I had no problem finding suitors, okay?
Suitors. Well, a lot of men are really desperate and pathetic losers, so if they will get with you, as in do you or whatever, that means literally nothing. Being able to get suitors at any size as a woman is not the flex that you think it is. We all know how desperate and pathetic a lot of these dudes are. They'll bang me. They'll bang my dog, dude. They'll bang my elbow. They'll bang anything.
Because you don't like something doesn't mean everybody doesn't.
Right, that's fine. But it's also fine if other people aren't into this in particular. You know what I mean?
Victoria's Secret, their fashion show is about the sexiness, lingerie, and fat women, plus-size women, mid-size women like Ashley Graham, they are very desirable.
Okay, tell me what I want, okay? Thank you. This right here, this is hot. This is what you want. This is what is desirable. All right, man. All right, why are you yelling at me? This is what you want. This is very desirable. You will love this. All right, man, just get away from me. You're crazy. This is the demon on my shoulder. There's no such thing as fat phobia. I know, that's what I've been saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
I'm really hoping that it's maybe just school-age girls that were liking that post and commenting and agreeing with it. But you'll find out. You'll find out when you're older. You'll find out when your frontal lobe develops.
We'll find out when we're older. After we also gain a bunch of weight because it's inevitable.
Just because you're skinny doesn't mean that you're better than anyone. And just because you're plus size or mid size, that doesn't mean that you're not sexy and beautiful. I saw a lot of people commenting stuff like, but they're supposed to be angels, they're supposed to be perfect. I think Ashley Graham is perfect.
Okay. And that's not a biased opinion at all, right? You don't identify with her, so you're putting your own self-worth on her, right? You're like, I think she's perfect. I think she's the most beautiful woman ever. I think that Mark should have never left her 3 years ago. Like, whoa, man. Is this about Ashley Graham?
I see nothing wrong with her at all.
Okay, man, all right.
I wouldn't change anything about her. I think she's perfect just the way she is.
Okay, you're obviously biased. This is like if I saw a picture of a dude with a mustache and I just started talking about how beautiful and perfect he was. It's really weird, bro. It's funny when the thing you start fluffing up and talking all good about looks like you. And that's why you're doing that. That's literally the only reason.
With her cellulite, with her thick thighs, with her everything. I wouldn't change anything. She is 100% perfect to me.
Okay, why did you look to the right after you said that? Hold on.
I wouldn't change anything.
Right here,
She
watch.
is 100% perfect to me.
Right there, I saw a little micro look to the right? I look for people not believing what they're telling me. I look for subtle micro expressions in their face to tell me that they don't really believe what they're saying. Watch, right after she says that, there's a subtle little look to the right.
She is 100% perfect to me.
Right there. There she looks to the side. She's 100% perfect to me.
And to a lot of other people. I was really disheartened to see so many girls or women. Like, I'm used to seeing stuff like that from boys, men. But what are we doing? The way that y'all are acting like fat women have just taken over Victoria's Secret fashion show. Those are the only 2 women that I saw that I've seen anything about. I didn't watch it, but those are the only 2 women that I've seen people making fun of and making these think pieces and complaining about. 2? Few people?
People are making think pieces about plus-size Victoria's Secret models? Yeah, that'll really make you think, man. It's really stimulating my mind.
Y'all are acting like the whole thing is ruined. What's going on?
Okay, well, I personally don't think it's an enormous deal if there's a couple of plus-size models or whatever.
Y'all need to reel it in. Y'all are in for a surprise. And I hate that for you. I hate that it might take
What does that mean?
you putting on some weight to realize some things.
Yep. Okay, so you think that everybody's going to put on weight eventually.
But all bodies are beautiful. All women are beautiful, okay?
All bodies are beautiful, even if we haven't put any work into it at all. It's just as beautiful as somebody who has put a ton of work into it. That makes a lot of sense.
But Ashley Graham and Paloma Assessor, is that her last name? 2 of the baddest bitches alive. And y'all are weird. Y'all are weird for saying some of the stuff that you've been saying.
I think this video response is weird. Trying to tell people what they should be attracted to.
I think a lot of you are angry that you make your whole life about striving to be as thin as possible and not achieving it. And you see somebody like Ashley Graham
And not achieving it. Sounds like you're projecting.
feeling herself, looking bad as ever on the Victoria's Secret runway.
Yes. Thin people are jealous of obese people because an obese woman acted like she was confident or whatever. And thin people really believed that. And they wish they had that type of confidence, darn it. I've only been eating right and exercising and taking care of my body for years. I can never achieve what that obese woman has accomplished in 2 seconds of standing there. Like, what? What do you want, a boot? Sorry, I got a little Canadian there.
And y'all are mad. Y'all are mad because you see that she doesn't
You're projecting, you're mad. You were the one just complaining that we have gone back to the early 2000s.
starve herself, and she's confident in her body the way it is. And you feel like, oh my god, why doesn't she hate herself? Like,
How do you know that she's confident in her body the way it is?
why isn't she trying to be thin like I am? You don't have to, okay?
You don't know if she's trying to be thin or not. She could be struggling with this 24/7.
Thin bodies are beautiful, mid-sized bodies are beautiful, plus-sized bodies are beautiful. And I wish y'all could get that through your heads. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean everybody else doesn't too. I'm really hoping that it was just younger girls that just haven't developed yet, mentally. If that was grown women in that comment section. Anyways, I love y'all.
Well, let me ask you the question. Are you as attracted to a morbidly obese man as you are to a dude that's all jacked? Obviously, something that you put a whole bunch of hard work into is likely going to look better than something that you did not. Also, most people respect the hard work and self-control that is required to get into good shape. It's not just the physique that you're seeing hard work and self-control. When you see some dudes that are crazy cut, you're like, this dude has never had a piece of cake. This guy has turned down every piece of cake at the company party for the past several years. His dedication is clearly here. Next, plus size versus straight size Amazon Halloween costumes.
Apparently, those are our only options when we're plus size looking for Halloween costumes on Amazon. However, if you search women's Halloween costume on Amazon, no sexy, no nothing else added into it, guess what you're gonna find? I think you already know.
Okay, what are we doing now? Dumping arrowroot powder on our head?
Whenever you search for plus size Halloween costume
What are we doing? Okay, this must be part of a Halloween thing.
on Amazon, I get like nuns, pumpkin costumes where you're like a big pumpkin, ninja one, but like
What the heck? Is it Beverly Hills Ninja? Do. I'm sorry, that reference is before all of your time. Probably.
like a mommy kind of a ninja, like very covered. And
Okay, so plus size costumes come in pumpkin or obese ninja? Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I hate to say it, the majority of them are Disney villains, the fat ones, because honestly, I'm not very sure there's
Ursula?
many Disney villains that weren't fat. I love a good Disney villain, it's nothing like that, but they're portraying the Disney villains in like a very ugly, weird way. Like, I want to be a cute Disney villain if I'm going to be a Disney villain, and also, that shouldn't be my only option. I can be a princess too. However,
Sure, you could be a princess. We could all be a princess. You know what I mean? Like,
if you search women's Halloween costume, no plus size, you know what you're gonna find? Very cute princess costumes, Cleopatra, some Barbie costumes, some like race car-esque kind of a vibe costumes, and I was like,
why are you shocked that there's more of a selection of costumes for non-plus size? Right, they have cute princess costumes, Cleopatra, Barbie costumes. Yeah, because none of those characters were obese. That's why they're not plus size costumes.
race car-esque kind of a vibe costumes, and I was like, I want to be a sexy race car driver, okay?
Me and you both, sister.
And once again, I'm not trying to hoe out on Halloween, okay? I'm happily married. I live in...
You're not trying to hoe out on Halloween. That is a funny phenomenon, huh? All the hoe Halloween outfits. There's always like a nurse, but it's a sexy nurse. Or like a vampire, but it's a sexy vampire. There's a lot of that on Halloween, isn't there? I'm gonna be a doctor this year. A sexy doctor. I'm gonna wear a stethoscope and boom boom shorts.
a suburban house, okay? Like, I'm not trying to go hard. I just am trying to look hot still on Halloween, and Amazon is blocking it, okay?
Okay, so just be a regular vampire instead of a slutty vampire, you know? Like we don't have to make everything go down that route, you know?
As soon as you take plus size out, you're gonna find super cute costumes. Please, someone else do the search too and tell me, is it just my Amazon? Also, if you are plus size and you...
It is just your Amazon. When I search plus size costumes, I have a plethora, endless selections over here on my particular Amazon, so I don't know what's going on your end.
are trying to find cute Halloween costumes that are not suburban mom vibes, I did actually scour the internet.
Okay, so one of your major gripes is that the plus size costumes that you're finding are not slutty enough. Okay, so there are plus size costumes, but they've got mom vibes. They're not like showing enough skin or whatever. So you think that plus size costumes should be way more revealing, like we need to have stuff hanging out like...
For an hour straight, and did find some cute ones, okay? Let me know if you want to see those, and I will do a video of that.
Okay, obviously I want to see those. I mean, what did I come here for? Okay, so that was weird. Next. She's going to be responding to this comment that says, obesity is a leading cause of death.
Tell me something I haven't heard a million times.
Ugh, God, it's so annoying hearing about this.
Like seriously, I want novelty. I want something new to just chew on.
Okay, I'll give you something new. Obesity kills over 500,000 people per year. That 300,000 deaths per year statistic that you've heard is from 1999. And the 500,000 per year figure is from 2016, so God only knows what it's at now.
Because I'm just so silly over here thinking that the leading cause of death in the United States is heart disease, followed
They said is a leading cause of death.
by cancer, and then COVID, and then
Actually, obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death in the United States after smoking. The key word there is preventable.
you got some other stuff in the mix, like unintentional injuries, big one. And then you got some various other chronic conditions, Alzheimer's, diabetes, etc.
Cool, let's stay focused.
Are fat people disproportionately represented in some of those categories? Sure.
Yes, obesity leads to some of those other things like cardiovascular conditions, can give you a greater chance of developing the big C, and many others.
Does that take into account their health behaviors, their social determinants of health,
There's no social determinants of health.
which better predict somebody's health outcomes and longevity better than their weight?
Not really. We have the data, dude. Obesity is a deadly disease, so I'm not sure why you're trying to downplay the risks here.
Probably not. It's just too nuanced. Like, why be so simple when you could be complex?
Because it is simple. Calories in, calories out. Period. I can starve any human being, bro. Literally.
And you could know more data and more information and not say the blandest, stalest, crustiest, dustiest things.
Saying that obesity is a leading cause of death is not musty or stale or whatever stupid crap you said. It's just straight up facts, bro. I don't know what that person is on about and why they're trying to downplay the risks. What are you selling? That's my question. Next.
I just realized that the reason why I don't want to try new things is because I'm fatphobic. And what I mean by that is that I literally don't want to try new things because I feel like I'm going to look stupid because I'm fat.
I don't think that would make you fatphobic. I think that would mean that you're self-conscious about your weight.
I feel like people are going to laugh at me. And I feel like they wouldn't laugh at me if I was thin. So that's why I don't want to do things. Which is fatphobic. I'm just being...
No. You feel insecure. That's what this is. Don't try to make it something else so we can disconnect from that feeling. Why do we feel insecure? Do we have something we should work on? Let's explore that.
fatphobic. So I should try things and do new things, even if I think people are going to laugh at me and I think it's going to look weird. So that's today's lesson.
Okay, I agree with that sentiment. Go out and do what you're gonna do. Live your life. Don't let people's negative opinions of you hold you back. I wouldn't call it fatphobic, though. I would just say you're very insecure about your weight, and you think that people are going to make fun of you when they see you doing things, like jumping rope, going on the trampoline, etc. I would say you definitely need to learn how to ignore naysayers in your life in general. If you want to go to Disneyland, go to Disneyland. Who gives a crap if these people think that you're too fat or whatever? I absolutely agree. But if we feel very insecure and like everybody's going to judge me for this thing, that's an internal feeling that we should explore. What is causing me this insecurity? What can I do to overcome this? Etc. We shouldn't minimize our feelings by just saying, we're being fatphobic, that's what this is. Like, explore your inner feelings, man. Get to the bottom of it. So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Does Victoria's Secret need more plus-size models? Will everybody gain weight inevitably as they get older? And why the hell doesn't Amazon have more plus-size costumes? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.